Hello, Soul Space. It's Monday night at 9, maybe just a little bit after. I had a little bit of technical issues I had to deal with there. So as you're coming online, please say hello so that I can see in the comments who's here. Tonight we have a very juicy topic. We're going to be talking about energetic hygiene. I really dislike the word protection, so I'm going to go over with you how to keep your personal self energetically hygienic. So I'm just going to wait for some people to come on. I see there's one person that's watching. My apologies that the lighting seems to be off. I'm not sure if it's the camera on my phone or this is the same setup I use every time. I don't know why that's why it's looking so dark and shadowy. I hope it's okay at your end, and I hope that you can all hear me okay. So as I said, just say hello or something in the comments so that I can see who's here. And then in just a couple of minutes, we're going to get started with the topic for this evening. So how is everybody doing, settling back into the post-summer routines of work and schools and things? I am really glad that I'm no longer living the life of a teenager. Actually getting to bed before 11 o'clock at night and not having to wonder where everybody is. Hello, Kelly. Nice that you joined. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to wait another 30 seconds. I'm just going to jump in because I'm sure a lot of people will just watch this on the replay, which is totally and completely fine. So tonight's topic is don't protect, practice proper energetic hygiene. So I am an engaging member in a number of other Facebook groups that deal with mediumship, psychic abilities, psychic development, empaths. And I'm just sort of noticing that there's a piece of the puzzle that so many people don't have a really strong grasp on. Excuse me. So, and that's sort of keeping, hello Binder, that's keeping your own energy, the energy of your entire being, clean from negativity. So, where to start? So we are more than just the physical body, our physical selves that we see when we can look in the mirror and, you know, when you look down, you see your hand and you can touch it. We are our mind, soul, body, and spirit, our higher self, and we are our energy bodies as well. So what you would be more familiar with, if you're not familiar with all of the different energy bodies, is your aura. So your aura is just another word that is used for sort of the bubble of energy bodies that goes around your physical body. And that creates, all of those things create the wholeness of what you are. You are not just your thoughts, you're not just your words, you're not just your physical being, you're all of those things. And keeping it all clean, just like brushing your teeth, is really, really important. So because we are made up of energy, and everything around us is made up of energy, and other people's moods, as well as our own, are all an energetic frequency. What we want to do is make sure that we are doing the best job that we can in order to keep ourselves clean. So where that starts with sort of something like really basic that you can do anywhere, anytime, and I'll give you like a scenario that will help you understand it, is to contract your aura, particularly when you are out in public and particularly when you are in specific places. So, for example, when I'm at home here in my own space, I just let my aura be as big as my whole house. And if there's something energetic going on in my basement and I'm upstairs in my room, I know, I pick up on when it happens. So I just let my entire aura be as big as my entire space. But if, for example, I was going to go to Walmart or Costco or Canada's Wonderland or the CNE or somewhere where there was going to be a lot of, excuse me, a lot of people, that could be experiencing in their lives a number of different emotions. I'm not judging them, but people are going through stuff and they're out in the world and we're all bumping into each other. I wouldn't want to keep my aura that big. Because if you would imagine, say my aura was, what, like 4 feet out from my body, all the way around my body, and I'm going around like this Sheila bubble through the Walmart store, and I go down the same aisle as someone else that's maybe going through a divorce, or they're heavily in grief because they've just lost someone, or whatever, I'm going to pick up some of their vibrational energy in my aura and then carry on my shopping trip. So for a long time, I didn't realize this was what it was. And when I talked to some of my clients about it, they're like, oh my God, that's it. When you go to places like that and you come home and you're drained and you just feel like, oh my God, I feel like I need to have a nap. It's because you've picked up on so much of other people's energy. It's all in your aura. It's all vibrating into your physical, and it's becoming very, very, very draining. Now, because you're not spending a whole lot of time with those people, the people that you just have brief encounters with, if you pick up on their energy, it does clean itself. It does clean itself out by itself eventually. And really, on the most part, poses no harm to you whatsoever, other than the fact that, you know, it's kind of crappy if you're having a really good day that you happen to walk through someone else's aura that is really going through a tough time, and you want to send them love and light, but you don't want to be picking up on their stuff. And you know, if you go out shopping and you want to do things, you don't want to have to plan, you have to come home and nap every day. So what I suggest that you do with consciousness and with intention is bring your aura in tighter to your body when you know that you're going to either be in the company of someone that you find very challenging, or if you're going to be like at a Walmart or a Costco or at a shopping mall or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I want you to just have the opportunity to practice it a little bit. So, excuse me. So even if this is all done with your imagination and intention. So just close your eyes for a moment, wherever you happen to be sitting, as long as you're not driving your car. Close your eyes. And just bring your attention to where your imagination is showing you the bubble or the balloon that's around your body, where it is. Now I want you to push it out and extend it out past the seat that you're sitting in. I want you to send it out to as big as the room that you're sitting in. Extend it out past the room you're sitting in. So part of it might be outside, and some of it might be in the next room, and some of it may be in a hallway. It's this spherical orb that's going around your physical body. Send it out. And then with the same intention and with your imagination, bring your aura back in. Slowly bringing it in, bringing it in, bringing it in. And you want to bring your aura in this time until it's about 6 inches from your skin. And then you're going to send it back out again to about 3 feet around you. And then bring it back in to about 6 inches from your skin. Okay, so you get the point, and that's how you play with expanding and contracting your aura. So that's a number one way to keep yourself energetically hygiene, so you're not picking up other people's stuff when you go shopping. The next one is obviously to remove negative people from your life. Now, I know that one's way trickier than just being able to use your imagination to expand and contract your aura. So what I want to say about that is, if you have people in your life that you find particularly challenging, a real Debbie Downer, it's not your job to either rescue them or enable them in their journey. Every single one of us is here to learn what our soul's mission is meant to, what we're here to do for our own individual soul's growth. So if you constantly have someone, say a friend, for example, that is always calling you, they're always leaning on you, like it's a perpetual thing. It's not just she's having the odd bad day. And you are always trying to do backflips and listen to her and stop what you're doing and be there for her to be nice, which is a whole other topic for a whole other day. In actuality, what you're doing, excuse me, is you are enabling the negative behavior. You're enabling the self-pity. You're enabling her from learning her own soul's growth, which is probably to learn how to deal with whatever it is that's going on in her life and move on. So, hello, Debbie. I'm glad you joined us. So when you have negative people in your life like that, really take a step back and look at the role you're playing in that relationship. There's other people that maybe we would just call acquaintances, people that you could really, if you made a list and went, yeah, I could do without you, you, and you, then absolutely be brave and do that, because they are affecting your energy as well. If it's someone that's close to you in your family, perhaps it's a sibling or a spouse or an in-law or a cousin or something like that, and you find them particularly challenging or draining when you're in their energy, usually that's a sign that there's a karmic contract that needs to be healed. So there's a bit of sort of figuring out that has to go on when you're actually dealing with a specific person that you perceive as being negative and having an effect on your energetic being. And I've kind of given you a nutshell on how the various things that you can look for in those types of relationships, but certainly reach out to me if you have something a little more specific, or you need help or guidance in trying to figure out what's going on between you and this other person. The third one that you can use that is really good energetic hygiene are crystals. Crystals are energy, of course, and the various different kinds of crystals carry different energetic properties that are helping, healing, and guiding for specific things. So the first one that I want to, there's a million of them, and I am by no means a guru of crystals. So if this is something, if the idea of working with crystals for the purpose of spiritual growth and development and energetic hygiene, something that really resonates with you, then by all means, Google and share with us, because that it's not my main forte. But I do want to share with you one crystal and an activity that you can do with it, and then a couple of other crystals that you can look into if this is something that resonates. So the first one that I want to introduce to you is this. This is a Selenite Wand. And so it's a crystal. It's made from gypsum, and it's selenite. Now the reason I love selenite is that it is a self-cleaning crystal. I don't need to clean it. I don't need to put it out for the full moon to have it cleansed and recharged. There's no sort of hygiene practices that I have to do in order to do my hygiene practices because of the crystal I've chosen. So I love selenite for that reason, and it pretty much, it comes in all different forms, but this wand, for example, I would say it's 9 inches, something like that, would cost probably about $6 or $7. So it's really not expensive. Now, you can meditate with selenite, just holding it when you do your meditation, and it helps raise your vibration during meditation. So it's really cool for that. But the reason I wanted to share it with you today is it is an awesome energetic vacuum. So what you could do is keep one sort of on the table next to your front door or somewhere like that. And when you come into your home from being out in public, then you just take the selenite wand and you literally wand down through your aura with the intention. Again, it's all about intention, and so much of our psychic abilities come from that place of intention. So you just wave the wand down through your entire aura over your body. I'll show you in a minute, with the intention that it clear away any negative energy thoughts, beliefs, or feelings that are not serving your best and highest good and that are not your own. And you just kind of like say that mantra in your mind, or you can even say it out loud, and you just take the wand, keeping it in horizontal, holding it horizontally, and you start at the top of your head, and you would wash it down over the front of your aura all the way down to your feet, and then down the side, doing the same thing, down the other side, down the back, and then you just reach back, switch your arm, and go all the way down to your feet. Excuse me. Selenite can be used to charge your other crystals, so if you miss the full moon, you can just literally take your other crystals and sit them on the Selenite wand. So selenite is a really cool, inexpensive, very effective way of practicing energetic hygiene. Like I said, I didn't say, I'm going to say it now. I don't keep one at my front door. I'm pretty good about remembering to keep my aura in when I'm in public, but you know, the odd time if I get caught or whatever, then I'll go, oh geez, I better clean it. So these are just, everything I'm telling you tonight are just, you don't have to do them all. They're just ideas of things that you go, you know what, that's totally doable. I could add that into my day-to-day life without a whole lot of work, because I'm all about being realistic, because we're human here and this is not our full-time focus. Well, it's my full-time focus, but it's not your full-time focus. So that's selenite. I highly recommend it. Some of the other crystals that are really good for keeping your energetic aura clean is Labradorite. So just think of the dog Labrador. This is Labradorite, amethyst, and rose quartz. But like I said, there's lots and lots and lots to choose from. I wear these bracelets all the time, so there's easy ways to wear crystals. Other people I know actually keep them just stuffed into their bra. They'll keep like a piece of this and a piece of that in their bra, or a little pocket, like a little pouch, a satin pouch, or an organza little bag with some crystals in it that they keep on in their pocket of their pants every day. There's lots of easy ways to include crystals in your day-to-day energetic hygiene. Number 4 is obviously the one that doesn't actually mean you have to do anything, but I want to say it's the easiest one because it's not a do, but we're human, so it can be tricky sometimes. Keep your vibration high. When you are in that really high vibrational place where you are just exuding love, light, and patience for everyone in your path, you're good to go. So if you imagine your aura, that bubble that's around you, that's probably about 2 to 3 feet, just in its resting space, about 2 to 3 feet from your body. If you imagined sending from your heart out into your bubble till your whole bubble was full of white light, and then you went out in the world, and you didn't allow your ego to trip you up, and you were just really in that high vibrational place of everyone's in their journey, everyone is doing their best, I'm doing my best, I love everyone, it's all good. When you're in that really juicy place, you're fine. Your aura is fine. You don't need to worry about energetic hygiene. The fact of the matter is that we are human and we get tired and we have bad days and we're doing our own work, so we trip on ourselves sometimes, which I totally understand. But just know that when you can really be in that place, and that's the place that we're all trying to be in more often and to practice what it feels like to be in that place, that really high vibrational love and light place, then there's no energetic hygiene required because you're already doing it. You're vibrating love and light. That's the highest vibration there can be. One last one that I wanted to share, excuse me, and this is by no means the fullest, extensivest guide on energetic hygiene, but I wanted to give you like some doable options that you can play with, practice with, and experiment with. And the last one is taking a bath. So, okay, let me think. Oh, I've got a good example. So, for example, when you go to places like holistic wellness fairs and psychic expos and places like that where there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of very psychically open people, both the patrons and the vendors or, whatever. You can come home, A, not grounded, and B, what I call energetically slimed. So it's not a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying that you've been slimed with a lot of negative stuff, but you've just, no matter how hygiene you are, no matter what your practices are, how good you are at it, and how tightly you kept your aura in, when you go to places like that, excuse me, it's inevitable that you're going to pick up a whole bunch of stuff. So taking a bath is a really good practice when you've been to those types of events. Taking a bath regularly, if you're a bather, like I'm not, I don't find luxury in having a bath, but some people do, so do it every day. If you're having a bath is your thing, do it every day. But certainly if you've had energy work done, I always tell my clients if I've done energy work on them, that if they could bath that night, it would be really great to help any of the physical negativity we've moved out of the physical body that's landed in the aura. We want to clear that out. And what you want to do is take a bath with Epsom salts, baking soda, and lemon wedges. And then you can actually just use the lemon wedges to rub over your body. And you want the bath to be as hot as you can stand it comfortably to be in. And you could do a meditation while you're in there or whatever. And then once you get out of the bath, you want to not rub yourself dry, but maybe like air dry as best you can or as much as you're comfortable. And then just blot yourself with the towel, and then that towel becomes laundry. Because you've actually engaged in an energetic practice, you don't want to just hang that towel up and then use it for your shower the next day. So having the bath with Epsom salts, baking soda, and lemon, don't reuse the towel. So those are 5 things that you can do that are really good energetic hygiene. And by all means, don't make yourself a crazy person trying to do them all or trying to do them every day. It's just bringing your awareness that as you become more and more connected to other energies and become more and more open and more aware, it's going to be more and more important that you have some foundation of what you're going to be doing to keep yourself energetically clean. So that brings me to the reason why I don't use the word protection. I have not said it one time. I don't like that word. And I always sort of make a point of pointing it out when dealing with or in conversation or overhearing conversations in spiritual communities about the whole concept of protection, protection, protection. The reason I don't like that word is protection is fear-based. I must protect myself from others. I must protect my energy. I must protect my space. It's fear-based. You're protecting it from what? Something that you don't want, something that scares you, of some form of energy or entity that you don't know how to deal with. Like, what you're actually doing by saying the word protection is you are actually drawing in more fear-based energy, more low vibrational energy than, like, it's self-defeating. Like, as soon as you decide you're going to protect yourself from something, you're actually drawing that something in. And that which you resist persists. So live in a world where you believe that everyone's doing their best. Believe that there is more love and light, excuse me, than darkness and fear. That's it, yeah, the fear of everything that's going on lately too. I'm really, sorry, I got segued there. When I said the word fear, the collective consciousness. So when I say the collective consciousness, this wasn't meant to be a part of this talk, but I really feel like I need to say this to you guys tonight. The collective consciousness, and when I say collective consciousness, what I'm talking about is the general belief system, general feelings of the general public. So it's a very when I say the collective, it's like a very sweeping comment. are living in a lot of fear right now. And it's not helping, because what's fear is doing, fear is perpetuating more fear. So with all of the the weather occurrences that are happening, Trump, Korea, there's stuff, and there's probably way more stuff than I even know, because I don't watch the news or read newspapers. That's another practice of energetic hygiene, to be quite frank with you. But there's so much going on that is instigating fear in the collective of people. We are picking up on that just by being alive. You're picking up on more of it by reading the newspapers and watching the news. You're picking up on more of it if you have family or friends, or you know people in any of the areas that are being directly affected by any of these events. And it's really, really important for us not to jump on the fear train. All of us people that are of the light, well, I mean, everyone is of the light, but those of us that are making a conscious choice to be the light, it's really important that we don't jump on the fear train. We really have to hold space for these people in love and light. Send them strength, send them courage, send them love, send them protection of Archangel Michael. Don't send them, oh my God, I hope they're going to be okay, those poor people, because that's just perpetuating more fear. When the fear gets to be to the point where you have fear in your own life, and you're like, oh my God, what if that happened to me, blah, 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 and you start to notice that you're sort of shrinking in your thinking, then you've tapped into the collective consciousness, and you can just as easily tap out of it as you did tap in. So when I start to have thoughts, or I'm going about my day and I become aware of thought patterns that I know are not of the highest vibration of love and light, and I back them up and I go, where's that coming from? That's not an immediate thing that I'm going through. It's not, what is it? And this comes with like huge self-awareness. But when you back it up and you go, I don't know where this fear mentality just came from that I'm experiencing. It's because I'm connected to the collective. And you can make that conscious decision and say it out loud, say it with your intention. I am not going to remain connected to collective conscious thinking. I am going to hold space in the place of love and light for all beings involved. You can do that. You don't have to get stuck and get wound and get sucked into the vortex of fear. Please, please, please hold space for these people. Hold space for them to have the courage, to have the love and the light. Send them love, send them the angels, send them whatever you feel you want to send them. But please don't send them more fear, and don't send them your sadness and your worry, because that doesn't help them at all. I didn't know that I was going to do that tonight, but it flowed organically given the topic. So, again, please make it not about protecting yourself from anything or anyone. We are all here to learn, and be sure to know that if it comes into your experience, A, you can handle it, and B, you were meant to. But practicing proper energetic hygiene is like any other form of hygiene. You wash your face, you brush your teeth, you change your underwear. So pick up on an energetic practice that you're going to start using and experimenting with until it becomes a part of your natural day-to-day life. Whew! Well, that was a lot. It's 9:30. Does anybody that's still on board have any questions or comments, anything they want to share, anything they want to ask me? I'll just wait for a moment. No? Okay. Well, I thank the 5 of you that came on live tonight, and I know many of you of the Soul Space group watch it on the replay because I do hear from you. If you have any questions about where did I buy the wand? I bought the wand here in Niagara. I'm trying to think where there would be one. Any of the crystal shops at all will have them. The Willow's Den is, I think that's sort of halfway between you and me. So, and that's a really cool crystal shop. Go and buy yourself a coffee and wander around there for a little bit. It might even be in St. Catharines. Akasha's Den here in Oakville, any of the fairs, any of the holistic wellness expos, any of those, anywhere you can buy crystals, you can buy Selenite Wand. Binder, I'm starting a new job, was just wondering if it's a good move. You know what? I am not a channeling psychic. I do energy work and mediumship, and then anything in between that has something to do with energy. If you are being drawn, so I can't specifically channel you an answer from your guides, is what I'm saying. It's always a good thing. Like I'm tapping into how I feel when I read this, and it feels like it's a good thing for you to change this job, because everything needs to be changed right now. Really, we as human beings have been so stagnant for so long. Everything needs to move and change. And if it's gone through for you where you actually got the job, then you're meant to be there because you're either meant to thrive or learn, or both. So blessings to you and your new job. Paula, I saged my house for the first time a few weeks ago after an extended visit from my family. Good idea. Afterwards, I felt really sick. Did I use too much sage, or was it some bad energy? Usually sage. So, okay, so when you sage your house, I'm just going to sort of go over this practice for everyone's sake, and then I'm going to get to your question, Paula. When you sage your house, part of the practice is that you sage up the walls, every corner, particularly in the places where people don't, like where there's no flow of traffic. So like closets and corners and stuff like that. But then you're supposed to open up all the windows and sort of give it a couple of hours to air out. Otherwise, you're sort of breathing in that soup of cleaned energy and the old energy and the old stagnant stuff that got stirred up that's being cleaned, but it's not cleaned yet, so you're breathing it in. Like, I'm also very sensitive to smells. However, like I can't do incense and some scented candles and stuff like that, but I've never personally had a problem with the smell of sage being in my house. And I use it quite a bit. I guess, so when you did the sage, see if you can answer. I've never done sort of online answering questions, Paula. So when you did the sage, when you saged your house and you're burning the sage, did it create a lot of smoke, or did you have to kind of like blow it, like coax it to stay? Do you know what I mean? Like if it's really billowing a lot of smoke, then what it's doing is it means that it's really working through a lot of energetic particles. Yes, a lot? Okay. Then I would probably sage my house again. Pardon me. There was probably a lot of stuff left there that you weren't aware of. Well, you were aware enough of it to know to sage your house after everyone left, so that was awesome. I would probably sage the house again, and you will be fine. Just maybe do like the chakra meditation, the waterfall one, and just have it go through and clear all your chakras. You personally will be fine. Your family members will be fine. But I think I'm getting the feeling that your house just needs like one more. If there was a lot of smoke the first time, then it did its best to work through as much as it could. I would do it again. And then just open all the windows. Turn on the ceiling fans if you have them, extraction fans and stuff like that after, just to really like create an energy where the air and smoke and everything's all going out the windows. Okay? Trying to think what else. Was there anything else I had to say? Just about the retreat. I'm getting very, very excited because it's coming to me in, it's coming to me like I'm getting like downloads of things that we need to do and the players who's going to be there. And I've been talking to Jack, our chef, our vegan chef, about menu planning, and I've been working on swag bags. And so it's really, the Soul Space Retreat is coming to life, and I'm super, super excited. So please help me help you. If you are interested in joining us on the retreat, please reach out to me. Call me, email me, message me, whatever, if you want clarification, if you want to understand more about the retreat. Spread the word to your friends and family members, anyone, neighbors, anyone at all that you think could really benefit from spending an entire weekend with me. There's so much more to these events than what I can actually tell you that is planned to be done. Because when you set the intention that you are going to attend this retreat with someone, and I'm not egoing this out, but with someone like me that is sort of a spiritual leader and a light worker, all of our spirit guides, all of our angels, all of our ascended masters, the universe, they all hop on board and say, this is our opportunity to really help make some tremendous shifts happen for these people. So it's a very intangible, highly spiritual experience when you go on a retreat like this, so much more than me just saying, well, we're going to do this and we're going to play this activity and we're going to do this game and we're going to eat this cool food, which we are going to do all of those things. But there is a whole other level of unseen that's very, very profound, that if it's calling to you to go on this retreat, there's probably a reason why, because the timing of it is right for you to have this type of shift. So, yeah, so reach out to me. We leave in, well, it'll be a month. 1 month on Wednesday. Tanya, it's got a question. I was told sweetgrass adds positive energy to the spaces instead of leaving a void where you have saged. Very interesting. I have not worked with sweetgrass before, so by all means, Tanya's added something to the conversation here. Look up the sweetgrass. I tend to think that when I do my saging, it's part of the prayer that I use is to please remove all negative energy and replace it with the highest vibration of love and light. So that's sort of, I just do that with my intention. That's my prayer. But certainly sweetgrass is obviously an option as well. So look into that. Paula, that might be something you might feel resonates for you. Thank you, Tanya. So I think that's us done for tonight. This was kind of a long live, but I hope that you all got something out of it. I did create a post with my 5 energetic hygiene, the list of the 5 things I talked about tonight. So I will post that in the group in the morning, so that you don't have to re-watch the whole live in order to just get a snapshot of the 5 things. Make it easy for you. You can keep it in your phone, share it with your friends, whatever you want to do. So I think that's it. If anyone doesn't have any other questions or comments that they want to share with the group, then I will close off this live for tonight. I thank you so much for joining. I thank you so much for participating in the group and sharing and helping us learn and share and grow together. It has been a bumpy road the last 6 to 8 weeks. I've been struggling a little bit myself some days. So you are not alone, and you are free to share, ask questions, and look for support from us in the group anytime. Posts cannot be shared out of the group. I've set the group up that way so that you can be your most vulnerable self in the Soul Space group. Please stay connected with me. Tell me if there's anything you want to learn more about, anything that I can be doing to help support the group and support its members. I guess that's it for tonight. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.